Raila Odinga, Kenya's relentless fighter for democracy.
Raila Odinga assumed the office of the people's president.
This is the story of Raila Odinga, Kenya's unyielding champion of democracy. Raila Amolo Odinga was born on 7th January 1945 in Maseno, Kisumu County. His father, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, was one of Kenya's independence architects and the country's first vice president. Politics ran in his blood, and so did defiance. Jaramogi's break with President Jomo Kenyatta in 1996 led to his detention, leaving younger Raila with a deep mistrust of absolute power. Raila studied in East Germany, earning a master's degree in mechanical engineering. There, during the Cold War, he experienced life on both sides of the Iron Curtain, often crossing checkpoints carrying luxury goods for friends in the East. Later, inspired by Fidel Castro, he named his firstborn son after the Cuban leader. Returning to Kenya in 1970, Raila became a lecturer at the University of Nairobi and built East African Spectre Limited, one of the few black-owned industrial ventures of the time. But politics called. In the 1970s and 1980s, Raila Odinga pushed for reforms to open Kenya's political space under President Daniel Arap Moi's authoritarian KANU regime. His activism was dangerous. Criticism was treason. After a failed coup in 1982, Raila was accused of complicity and detained without trial. He spent 6 grueling years in various prisons, from wildlife reserves where escape meant certain death to solitary confinement in Nairobi's notorious Nyayo House. He endured beatings, psychological torment, and isolation. His mother's death in 1984 was kept from him for months. In protest, Raila staged hunger strikes and shouted into the night, letting fellow prisoners know he was alive. He refused to die quietly. In 1992, he won a parliamentary seat under the Forum for the Restoration of Democracy. After his father's death in 1994, internal party struggles led him to the National Development Party. In 1997, Raila ran for president but finished third, retaining his parliamentary seat to rebuild influence. In a bold move, he allied with President Moi in 2001, joining the government as Minister of Energy. Critics called it opportunism, supporters saw strategy. When Moi bypassed him in 2002 for Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila led mass defection to form the Liberal Democratic Party, joining forces with Mwai Kibaki's NARC coalition. Together, they ended the KANU's 4-decade rule, and Raila became Minister of Roads, Public Works and Housing. By 2005, Raila broke with Kibaki over constitutional reforms, leading the No campaign, symbolized by the color orange. This movement became the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM. Raila's leadership and charisma defined Kenya's opposition politics. In 2007, his presidential bid turned historic but disputed. When official results declared Kibaki the winner, violence erupted across Kenya, claiming over 1,400 lives and displacing 600,000 people. Peace returned only after UN mediation, and Raila became Prime Minister in a coalition government. As Prime Minister, he championed Kenya's 2010 constitution, strengthening democracy and devolution. Raila had become both insider and outsider, a reformer navigating the very system he once opposed. In 2013 and 2017, Raila faced closely contested elections, challenging results in court, boycotting reruns, and asserting his role as the people's champion.
I, Raila Odinga, assume the office of the People's President of the Republic of Kenya.
In 2018, he surprised the nation with the famous handshake with President Uhuru Kenyatta, pledging to heal divisions and fight corruption. While it brought peace, it also split his base and blurred political lines. In 2022, despite establishment backing, Raila lost once more, alleging electoral manipulation. Yet his influence remained unmatched as he continued shaping Kenya's politics and mentoring leaders across Africa. In his later years, Raila became a respected elder statesman, mediating crises such as in South Sudan and seeking leadership roles on the continental stage. On October 15, 2025, while at the age of 80, Raila Odinga passed away while receiving treatment in India. Kenya mourned a leader whose journey spanned 6 decades and defined the country's democracy. President William Ruto described him as a once-in-a-generational leader, a giant of democracy, and a patriot who gave everything to better Kenya. Raila Odinga's life is a story of resilience, resistance, and unwavering faith in the power of the people. Raila Odinga, fighter, reformer, and visionary. His legacy will inspire generations to come. Rest in peace, Raila Odinga.